All righty. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, man. I had a long day at work. It was literally from 9 to 6, but I had to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it was a long day.
God damn. So tell me a little bit more about this club thing you got going on tonight.
Well, I mean, we're basically going to the strip club that I strip at, and I'm just showing my brothers, my work and what I do and all of that good stuff, and they probably they might tip me, they might not, I don't know, but
Okay. Now the real club.
Uh, so, all right, so the real club. All right, so this club is not really a club. It's like a place that's a restaurant that turns into a club. Has a club dance floor, um, and it's a weird mixture of age groups in there. You got 40-year-olds, you got 30-year-olds, and you got 21-year-olds. So it's a good little bunch in there, and you got to find it where you be it.
Have you been to this club before?
Yeah, I've been there a couple of times. You got to go there when it's like special nights, because if you don't, then you're gonna have a boring time.
So what makes tonight special?
The only thing that makes tonight special is because I haven't been out in a minute. My brothers, they both going out, and I don't want to be at the crib by myself.
So you about to be basically at this club on the phone, just chilling the whole night.
Oh hell
That shit
no!
really about to pop off on a Wednesday.
Hell no! I'm about to get wasted drunk so I could talk to every 40-year-old in there.
Bruh, that's about to be like two 40-year-olds. One named Bertha. She got a damn, fucking puncture wound on a fucking, abdomen or some shit. Hella tattoos on her arm and shit.
Right.
You about to, you about to back up fucking. She probably smoke cigarettes and shit. Probably got one tooth.
Nah,
Man,
see,
about to bag her down.
see,
Biker chick.
the 40-year-old that I am going to bag is a 40-year-old named Dorothy. She's an older white lady, gray streaks in her hair, and she has a couple of not kids. They're around not around my age, but a little bit younger than me.
Yo,
I'm trying to make some shit up, man.
Okay, there's so much wrong with what you just said. One, Dorothy is my grandma's name.
Oh man,
she's deceased now, so rest in peace. But so that's one thing. Then you said she got grandkids around your age, so that means she gotta be about 80.
nah,
So
you can have
it's like,
grandkids in your
bruh,
60s and your 50s.
Nah, not at 25, bro.
I mean, you
25?
you can still have grandkids in your 60s and 50s.
At 25, but I'm saying your grandkids is 25, but you in your 60s.
Let me see. Hold on. Let me do the math.
I mean, it's possible, but you gotta have your kid at like 15, and then she gotta have her kid at like 15 or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's just too young.
Yeah, that's some bogus shit right there.
Bogus.
I mean, there is situations where, there could be like a rape type deal
Yeah.
where it's sad, but that shit happens.
Yeah, let's not get into it, man. Let's not get the mood down and all them spirits, man.
But yeah. Anyways, back to your Cougar quest. So what you aiming for tonight? What's on your list tonight?
Honestly, I just want to have fun, man. Whatever comes, man. Like, I'm going to get drunk, and I'm going to be with my brothers. We're going to step out real quick, and, it's not a lit club. It's just a regular club or whatever club, and we're just going to see what it does. And if anything happens from there, then something happens from there.
Is it in Jersey or is it in NY?
It's in Jersey.
Y'all never step out to like New York?
See, the thing is, I've been broke for so long, but now I'm making some money, so I'm gonna start stepping out to NYC, man.
Okay, that shit lit.
You work today?
You said what?
Did you work today?
Yeah, I did. I mean, just another day. You know what I'm saying? Just another day. When I step out, like as soon as I step out the fucking door and I'm clocked out, I really don't like to think about it. To be honest, I just like to get the fuck out, just think about something else. So yeah, I mean, man,
you be racing out the door.
Yeah, I cruise out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I already know. You know what I'm saying? I already know. Like, they ain't shit they can really say to me. Once I say, hey, I'm out, bro. Ain't no, hey, what you doing? Can you come? Nah, nigga, don't.
So let me
ask me shit.
Let me ask you a question. So if you on your lunch break, right, and say you're walking towards the clock out for your lunch break, and the guest stops you and asks you a question, are you going to help them, or are you going to be like, I'm on lunch break?
I'm gonna refer them to somebody. So I just call for somebody to be like, hey, yo, somebody can, yeah. So I just do that shit, and then if they look at me funny, I mean, it is what it is. Hey, look, nigga gotta get a break. Nigga gotta clock out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for the bullshit. Some of the people there, they like to stay for the customer and be like the fucking employee of the year. Man, fuck that. They ain't paying me employee of the year type money. You feel me? So
oh yeah.
I ain't about to do all that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. I'm here for the bread, and if I'm on break, I'm unavailable.
Yeah, just don't talk to me. Hell, matter of fact, my fellow employees, don't talk to me when I'm on. I hate when I'm about to, like, before I clock into work, and motherfuckers be trying to talk to me about work. Like, don't talk to me when I'm not here. I got my headphones on. Don't talk to me, okay? I'm trying to vibe before I work. I get there 30 minutes so I can get some coffee, vibe to my fucking music. Don't fucking talk to me. Don't talk to me unless you're cute. Don't talk to me other than that. All right? Don't talk to me. Talk to me.
That's the only reason I would allow my coworkers.
Don't be no 50-year-old man trying to talk to me about putting up some fucking 4x2 or whatever the fuck. Don't talk to me, bro. Don't talk to me. Wait till I clock in, then talk to me. Don't talk to me about work, bro. If it ain't about sports, if it ain't about chicks, it ain't about just like life outside of this fucking job, don't talk to me, bro.
This man trying to talk to you about towels and washcloths.
Yeah, just trying to talk to me about shit on job, man. I ain't with that shit, but you know what I'm saying? I've been binge listening to Roddy Ricch. You heard of him, right?
I heard of him. Yeah.
Bruh, you gotta listen to the dude. You gotta listen to him. I like his first project better than the second project, but his second project is still fire. I literally downloaded almost every song off his first project, bro.
Wow.
I'd be trying to listen to different shit now. When I'm doing my little DoorDash shit, I'd be listening either if I'm not. I mean, cause over here at 7:00, once the radio shit when they talking about different sports and shit go off and they want to fucking tune to baseball or some shit, I immediately tune in to my fucking music. But then I try to like listen to different people. And Roddy Ricch, I really didn't. I listened to that one song with him and Nipsey, and I downloaded that shit. That shit fire. But then I started really listening to his projects. Shit fire, bro. Gotta listen to him. And you gotta do it where either you near some speakers or you in the car or with some headphones. Like you gotta listen to the bass to each song. Bro.
I see.
Like, it's just, oh my god.
Is he from ATL?
Where is he? No, he's from West Coast. He's a West Coast.
Oh, okay.
Got that West Coast sound.
Okay, that explains the feature with Nipsey. Okay.
Yeah. He the truth, man. He the future. He a young guy coming up. He the truth, man. I ain't gonna lie. I heard different people from that in that industry, in the hip hop industry, talking about him, but I ain't really like give it a shot. And then I was just like, man, because I liked his feature in Nipsey shit. And I was like, man, let me go ahead and listen to this dude project. So I listened to his latest project first, And I was like, oh shit, this shit thumping. Let me listen to his first project. That shit went even harder, which is why I suspect got him on the scene in the first place with that first project. But that shit, I downloaded damn near every song, bro. No cap.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. Make sure you send me the link after this podcast, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. I can bump that shit to that 40-year-old fucking club.
Yeah, you might as well pop out, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride up to Jersey right quick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Catch a flight, catch a jet.
Nah, but you said you going to a wedding, right? What? Yo, talk to me about that, son.
Yeah, my man's that I met last year, about a year and a half ago. I met him actually at Bed Bath. Yeah, he cool people. He don't work there anymore. But yeah, he cool. He mad cool, man. Like the stories he tell me about his college, cause he went to A&T. So you know the stories he used to tell me was about his college days. I could relate, cause I mean it was pretty much the same. It was just the same. Even though he's like 7 years older than me, it's like that's the thing about black people. Like we kind of go through the process of life the same way, regardless of the generation. So it's like I could reminisce with him. I could understand what he's talking about because I went through the same shit.
Right.
You know, when I was in college, despite it being a little gap there as far as generation goes. So yeah, so I'm going to his wedding. He used to be a hoe back in the day, but now he done settled down. He doing shit right. You know what I'm saying? And he finally putting on the locks. So yeah, he got his bachelor party going down in Vegas, in July. So supposed to be heading out there. Then he got because his fiance, she actually was born and raised in St. Louis, so they having their wedding out there. So I'm gonna head out there late September. So yeah, man, this will be my first time getting off the East Coast. Going to the Midwest and going to the West.
Word.
So
yeah.
This will be a big summer for me, man.
Yeah, you better turn up over there, man.
Yeah, I plan on. I don't know what the fuck they expect, but I'm just there. You know what I'm saying? Just there.
Better not be no 40-year-old strippers at that bachelor party.
Hey, if they 40-year-old, they better be bad. You know what I'm saying? They better do that thing.
True shit.
But you already know. I just at the end of the day, I'm just there for the experience, bro. I just want to, this year's travel the country, and then next year, hopefully travel the globe. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. Traveling is definitely in my mind. It's in my future. I just got to get this money up, and I'll be straight. But yeah.
And that's what I wanted to do with track, man. But I think I'm glad that I just kind of let track go. That way I can just experience life for the first time in like forever. And now I'm just like, man, I'm just trying to just get into everything. I'm trying to listen to new music, trying to travel, trying to just gain different experiences, bro. Like, and I think just letting go of my track dreams just helped me just experience life more.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Now.
Yeah, that's definitely good. Got to. You in your 20s still. You gotta stay young.
Exactly. But let's get this damn podcast started, nigga.
Yeah, man. Let's get this podcast started, man. Smoove, Petty G on the ones and twos. And this is the Burg Bros Podcast.
Beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, beans, creams, potatoes, creams, potatoes, beans, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, beans, creams, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken. You name it.
All right, so G, so there's a couple of topics as far as the NFL draft. I'm sure you watched it, maybe you didn't. So I want to get there. I want to get there soon, but not now. The first thing I want to talk about is this Tyreek Hill abuse case. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, actually, that's one of the topics one of the first topics I want to touch on. So.
Yeah, this goes right back to the conversation we had about these athletes doing wild shit. Like it goes back to the thing I said about them always bashing their heads because it's a contact sport and it's just fucking them up mentally. And Tyreek Hill is one of those culprits. He's one of those guys who's plays football, and it's another story about a football player doing some wild shit.
Yeah.
And it's
you remember that? You remember that song? What was that song? These hoes be acting up, and these niggas be letting them.
Yeah.
That applies to the NFL. That applies to professional sports, or in this case, the NFL.
Yeah, that's very true. But wait. There's some truth to that statement, but then again, there's a certain psychological power mindset that these men play on women. So, as a woman, you bear a child from a man, you're married, or, boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatnot, and you're trying to keep the relationship stable, and you're trying to fix the relationship or whatever problems they go through or whatnot. And through that, you find yourself in situations you never find yourself in, because love will make
no. Yeah, no, I'm not talking about as far as the woman stand in that abuse or whatever. I'm talking about the NFL allowing these men to continue to abuse women, or continue to do these horrific things to women, but then, and then just turn, be like, oh, well, we don't see none. If they ain't recorded, we don't see it, And in this case, I mean, it was audio recorded. It wasn't visually like the Ray Rice situation, but they just kind of still turn a blind eye, as opposed to like Colin Kaepernick when he stood up for something noble. He stood up for something, and they just blackball him out of the league, and then you still have your Tyreek Hill, other leagues. You still have these niggas who, and this nigga here, he was already had like a case coming in when his rookie year, already coming into the league. I think it was the same woman actually with the same child that they're talking about.
Wow.
He abused her while she was pregnant with the child that he is currently abusing.
Yeah, so, this is it's uncalled for behavior. I don't know what they're gonna do. I think I heard something. I don't know. Have you heard of the punishment that they're gonna hand out?
That's one. He's not able to. I think Chiefs released that he's not able to participate in what's going on right now, which I think is the spring training or OTAs or whatever the fuck is going on right now.
Yeah,
he's not able to come to the facilities right now, so he's kind of placed on a suspension, so to speak. There's no word yet of how many, if he's if they releasing him or anything like that. But they're saying that he's not allowed to participate in anything going on as of now. So yeah, that's going on. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I meant by that statement. The whole, as far as the reason why the woman stays for that, that's her business, that's their business. That's not my business. But what I was referring to is these professional leagues, they don't really have a stance when it comes to shit like this. But when it comes to something like a Colin Kaepernick, something that's noble, then it's like, oh, that's kind of like, because their main demographic is white people, white middle-aged people. So when it comes to race, that's something that strikes a chord in white middle-aged people's in their atmosphere. So that's why they kind of try to stray away from that. But it's not just white middle-aged people. It's even more specifically men. So when it comes to domestic abuse, white men also participate in that.
Right.
But they don't give a fuck about a fucking that nigga he abused his wife. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Is he scoring touchdowns for my team? Okay, that's exactly how they sound too. But so that's what's going on. That's what's going on with the NFL.
Yeah, it's sad, and I don't mean to laugh, but that is very true. If it's a problem as far as a race issue, they're gonna have like their antennas up, like, whoa, what's going on here? Because they don't want black athletes to have power or control of the wave of how things are going to play out. But if something, it's sad, like something like this Tyreek Hill case thing is something minor as far as the future of the league, and it should be major.
Yeah, I see. Like, sadly enough, I see him playing game 1 of the regular season.
I do not, bro.
You don't? How many games you got? You got him completely out, or you got him like just suspended for like 4 games?
Okay, first what's going to happen, they're going to release him from the Chiefs.
I don't see that.
You don't see it? Okay, I see it. But they're going to release him from the Chiefs, just like they did with the running back. What's his name?
For that reason, I don't feel like they're going to release him. Because they can't get him. They could afford to get rid of that nigga who's currently with the Browns. We always forget his name. It don't matter. He's irrelevant. But he's relevant to this conversation, but he's irrelevant in the whole scope. I feel like they could go without him, but I can't go without Tyreek Hill.
But here's the thing. If they made an example out of that running back, they have to keep the same energy. If they treat him differently, the league is going to be in shambles. Like, the team locker room is not going to fuck with him, and that causes just a locker room unorganized team that don't, like, if you don't fuck with a teammate and you got to play with a teammate, that's just going to create a whole different kind of situation. So they have to release him.
Well, I got 2 points to make about that. So the locker room, kind of with the whole, I don't know if you heard about the whole Nick Bosa thing, but we'll get to that if you ain't heard about it. But I've just, you put in perspective, you got all these guys coming from different aspects of the country or even the world. You got all these guys being in one locker room. They're not all going to agree on the same thing as far as politics, as far as how the household is run.
Yeah.
But what makes them come together is the sport that they love. So they don't really, even they could literally hate each other outside of football. But when it comes to the one sport that they love, which is football in this case, they ain't gonna care, because at the end of the day, you can believe in this politician whatever, you can believe in this religious whatever. At the end of the day, what our objective is to win a football game. We're coming together to win a football game. That's what makes us brothers in this organization is football. Nothing else. We can hate each other outside of this shit. We ain't gotta hang out. We ain't gotta go to the bar. You ain't gotta meet my family. But at the end of the day, when we on this football field, whether it's the practice field or the game field, end of the day, we're brothers.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you, bro.
And
go ahead. Continue.
No, go ahead.
Because look, you remember what happened to D'Angelo Russell? That was something way minor than what we're talking about now.
That's a whole nother sport.
It's not. It's sports. It's athletes. It's sports. It's the locker room. It's teammates.
But you got to think about the percentage is at a much higher capacity when it comes to basketball, because literally a championship can be won by 2 players in basketball. In football, a championship is won by it could either be an entire side of the ball, which is a defense or offense, but it can't be just 1 or 2 players when it comes to football. So
look at the Patriots.
Taking that back. You said what?
Look at the Patriots.
Patriots. They're not thriving just because of Tom Brady or Belichick. They're the reason why they're such a successful team, just like the Spurs in basketball, because the players. First off, it all starts with the draft. The draft, they pretty much bring in players that they know is going to be either going to fill into a certain role. They're going to listen to what the fuck is going on, and then like the Patriots, in the Patriots case, they bring in guys who have a troubled past, and then say, niggas, if y'all don't fucking listen, go by this XYZ, y'all getting the fuck out. Y'all ain't getting no playing time. That's why they brung in the Ocho Cinco. That's why they brung in a Gordon. That's why they brung in niggas who got a troubled past, and them niggas came in and they didn't say shit when they got there. Ocho Cinco got like probably one pass that whole season, and didn't say a goddamn thing.
But look,
that's the way they roll. So it's different.
So all right, so that's basketball. I'm gonna take it to football then. All right, I don't know if you remember a wide receiver named Riley Cooper. He played for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I remember him.
You remember the situation that happened with him?
Yeah, he said the N-word. I think it was like a post-game something.
Or wait, I got another example. What about the offensive lineman that used to play for? I believe it was the Dolphins. Or was it the Bills? I think it was the Bills. His name was.
No, probably was the Dolphins. I think I know who you're talking about.
Because he did something. It was something about race, and he had to get traded. I'm telling you, bro. In the locker room, if something is as big as this, you're going to have to leave.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That this is a different case because Tyreek Hill is just a whole nother monster. Players you brought up, they ain't really nothing to those franchises. They weren't really nothing to those franchises. Tyreek Hill is a playmaker. He was the go-to guy outside of Kelsey. He was the go-to guy in that receiving passing attack. You know what I'm saying? So he's a whole nother monster. Now this what makes this situation interesting, because now it's like, what do you do when it's one of your star players? Not just some nigga that can easily be replaced. What happens when it's a star player? You got one of your. He was borderline a star, but he could have been replaced, but which was proven to be the case, because they still made it to the AFC Conference Championship. But this player, you get rid of this guy, now it's like your whole offense kind of changed.
But like, oh, okay. What about Odell Beckham? He got traded to the Browns.
Yeah,
he was
Giants,
still.
That's a whole special case though. Giants, they ain't even in contention with Odell. They wasn't even contention for the playoffs. So they got rid of him because they in the rebuilding process. They say they trying to change the culture and all that bullshit. But all that is they're in rebuild mode, and they ain't trying to hold this nigga back from getting to greater things. And with the running back they got, Saquon Barkley, I mean, they got him, but that's what they're trying to build the offense around. They already knew that Odell wanted the offense built around him, so that's why they got rid of him. They're trying to build in a real building process, and they're trying to rebuild it around this second coming to a second year player. They're trying to rebuild it around him. That's what's going on there. That's a whole different kind of situation.
Okay, that's fair. But I just think, bro, it's going to be some controversy in the locker room. It's just too big of a story, and it's just going to be weird for him.
I just think, I mean, but that's what I'm saying. That same controversy is what he had coming into the league when they drafted him.
You got a point there.
People forgot about it.
You do have a point there. So
it's like I just feel like these domestic abuse cases are just easily forgotten about, not because NFL is just this horrible place, just because people just forget about it. And at the end of the day, and that was my second point, you can't rely on these professional leagues to quote unquote do the right thing. You can't do it. If you're gonna have the right thing done, what are you paying your taxes for? For the police, for them niggas to deal with this shit. You deal with the 911. Let them deal with it. That's what you're paying taxes for. That's who need to be dealing with this shit. Don't rely on NFL, NBA, NHL, NBL, NLB, whatever. Don't rely on these leagues to do the punishment. At the end of the day, they're a business. They're trying to make money for them.
And you know what, G? I'm glad you brought that up, because there's a debate, like, should the NFL enforce punishment on these players, or should they leave it to the U.S., the government, the attorneys, the police officers to really crack down and get these guys, the proper punishment handled out? Like, what should they do?
Yeah, allow the judicial system to earn its money.
So if a story comes out of a player doing some something wild, like uncalled for behavior, and the judicial system does not get to them, should the NFL still run without giving them any kind of punishment at all?
No, if the judicial system was not able to get these niggas behind bars or penalized in any kind of way, then no, NFL, NBA, they don't have to step in, because at the end of the day, that's what we're paying the judicial system for. We're paying them to help the innocent, to put niggas behind bars who need to be put behind bars. Whether it's a white-collar crime or a blue-collar crime, they need to be put behind bars if that's the case. And the NFL can't do that. NBA can't do that.
Yeah, and
the judicial system.
And I agree with that, because, if somebody working at UPS and, they abusing their wife and they don't get caught, like the police don't catch them, or, the UPS, they don't even know what's going on. They can't even punish their employee. They're just going to have to let the system do it. It's just like a job.
And think about this. Like, think about if, not saying that she's lying by any means, because he basically pretty much admitted, the shit. But I'm saying in a case where, say if somebody, the quote unquote victim is lying. Say if they're just, let me try to lie on this person so I can get some money out of them. Then in that same breath, do you think the NFL should step in? This dude is completely innocent, but he about to lose his whole annual paycheck because this person is lying.
Yeah, that's facts. That's very fact. Yeah, that's facts.
So that's what I'm saying. Allow the judicial system to take place. They can't do it, then I ain't depending on the NFL to do it. I'm not depending on NBA to do it, MLB to do it, NHL to do it. I'm not depending on them to do it. That's not what we're paying them for. We're paying them for entertainment. We're paying the judicial system to put justice in the world.
Yeah, I can agree to that, man. It's just poor. Like, it's just nobody knows the solution to all of these issues. And
exactly.
Like, and that's honestly the true honest truth about life. There's no solution to life. There's always going to be a group of people who is going to be unsatisfied. You just got to go with the times.
Exactly.
That's just a key that I threw in there. But what you got for me?
I mean, we can go right into the NFL draft.
Okay. Go ahead, man.
I mean, how you feel about it? You feel like it was a good draft?
I feel like the draft. I feel like the one word that if I could, sum up the draft in one word, it would be solid. You know what I'm saying? There was no players that really stuck out that were like game changers, like a Reggie Bush or Deshaun Jackson. You know, there's just solid players, you know, players, linebackers, and, you know, good linemen and quarterbacks that are just solid players that can fit into a system or, you know, grow from there. And there's a few highlights in the draft that I would like to speak about.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out. Dang, I don't even know her name. I got to find it out. But it's a female agent that represents Quinnen Williams. And she is the first female agent to represent a first-round draft pick. Quinnen Williams got drafted to the Jets. I believe he was 3rd overall. And that's honestly a oh, my bad. But yeah, yo, G.
Yeah. My
Dang,
bad.
dang. What part did you catch?
The shout out.
Yeah. So basically what I was saying was there's a female agent. She represents Quinnen Williams. He's a D tackle and he got drafted by the New York Jets, 3rd overall pick, and she is the first female agent to, you know, represent a first round draft pick. So I want to just shout her out. I'm gonna find her name. I don't know it now, but I just wanted to shout her out because that's a huge milestone for women as far as the agent world.
That's dope.
Yeah. And Quinnen Williams, hopefully he turns the New York Jets around because they've been a sorry team for years.
Yeah, I don't think one player is going to turn that shit around.
I don't know one Jets fan. I have never met a Jets fan, so I don't even know how. I don't know.
What would get you to go to a Jets game?
I mean, I would go because I like football. I'm a football guy. I like sports, so I would go. So you got to ask a person like somebody that don't watch football because I love watching, you know, the fundamentals of sports and you know, scouting out players that I feel like are good players.
So would you go to would you go sit in the nosebleeds or would you sit up front?
I'm sitting in the nosebleeds. The Jets don't deserve my front row tickets, and I'm broke. I'm too broke to even pay for front row tickets. So it's nosebleeds.
Damn, bro.
And you know what, yo, nosebleeds is not even that bad, bro. I sat in, you know, some semi nosebleeds during a preseason game the Eagles played, and it wasn't that bad. I actually prefer to sit a little bit higher up because you can see from beneath you. You can see all of that action going on and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Cause I went to a Carolina game in preseason, and I said probably around the same. But the key is to get kind of to the midfield though. You don't want to be like in the end zones.
Yeah,
like kind of midfield.
Yo, I could never get a good seat at homecoming games for Central, bro. I could never get a good seat. Like,
it's and then it's like even if you get a good seat, it's like just the bleachers was just so low you couldn't really see the game from back there unless it was in the red zone.
Yeah, the only seats I would get is literally right next to the band, so my ears almost fell off, or I'm all the way in the end zone and it's like I gotta wait for the action to come to my side. I could never get that right in the middle section because you got to go to the game early.
Yeah, definitely. It's crazy. They was. I mean, they had they up years, they down years, but they won't no damn Alabama or some shit. But to be fair, our stadium was like small as shit, so
yeah,
there was that.
That coach, I think Coach Mack, I think he was the best coach we had though.
Yeah, I don't even know. That's the sad part. I don't even know the different football coaches that we had. I just know that we just had that one basketball coach through the whole time.
Yeah, he's doing good.
Moten. Yeah, he a beast. I ain't gonna lie.
He's been doing good for years. Shout out to Moten.
Yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, did you hear about the Haskins jersey thing?
Nah, what's that?
Him trying to keep Haskins from Ohio State, you know, one of the top quarterbacks in this draft.
I'm glad you brought this up. Stay on this topic. I'm gonna say something afterwards. Go ahead.
Okay. So so he's trying to keep the number 7 jersey. It means something true to him. He didn't really expound to the media what it was. But Joe Theismann, you remember Joe Theismann?
Yeah.
You remember him?
Yep.
So yeah, he got his number was number 7. It was retired for the Redskins. It had been retired since '85 when he retired. So nobody has ever wore number 7 since '85. And so that was what, fucking 30, 34, 35 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's nuts. But yeah, so then Joe gave him the go ahead, his blessings to wear the number 7.
Bro, are you kidding me?
Yeah, he talked to him on the phone. He explained, his reasoning. Again, he didn't say it to the media. He just said it to Joe. And he gave him his blessings to wear his number.
Yo, I'm sorry, bro. He does not deserve the number 7. I'm sorry. It don't matter who you are. I don't care if you're coming out of college looking like Tom Brady. Like, yo, if the jersey is retired, ain't no way. I don't know what Joe Theismann is thinking, to be honest, bro. That's an honor to have your jersey number retired and hanging up in the rafters. I'm sorry, bro.
I mean, I have a flip beef with this whole situation. Not necessarily on Joe's part, because I mean nobody's gonna forget what Joe did for Redskins at the end of the day. Yeah, the number is significant, but you're not gonna forget what Joe Theismann did for the Redskins.
Wait, let me just clarify. It's the Deadskins. Continue.
Okay, yeah, because that's your division rivals, right?
Yes, ma'am.
But they didn't do away with that old Redskins shit anyway. But that's a whole nother topic. But anyways, that's what I'm saying. My beef is with Haskins. Bro, if you're trying to make the Hall of Fame, you're trying to be something in the NFL, why not create your own legacy with your own number?
But wait, hold on. What was his number in college?
7.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean he's trying, like, he wants to hold that number. I guess.
No, but the thing is, you already know going to this team, 7 is already retired, and 7 is already means something to the Redskins fans. That's like somebody going to the Falcons and trying to get number 7 when they know Michael Vick is pretty much, even I don't know if his number is retired, which is so it's probably a bad example, but just to put in perspective for the millennials to remember Michael Vick in his heyday. But anyway, it's just creating your own legacy. You're like, yeah, that's your number in college, but okay, it's the NFL. Niggas get new numbers once they get to the professional leagues. Like, you don't necessarily have to keep your number. Like, there's quarterbacks who could have fucking 22 in college. Obviously, you can't wear 22 in the NFL, so you gotta get a new number. You know what I'm saying? Or receivers who wear like number 1 when you get to the NFL, they gotta change to 11 or 81 or something like that. Like, it's different. Like, you don't have to keep your number,
right?
And you can create a new legacy with another number. You don't have to keep that same number.
So you know how Charlemagne the Guy has Donkey of the Day?
Yeah.
So you would only give the Donkey of the Day to Dwayne Haskins?
Yeah, because my thing is, how I'm looking at it, if Joe says no, that's a bar, by the way. If Joe says no, then it makes him look like an old, wise, bitter guy.
No, it doesn't, bro. No, it doesn't, bro.
Okay, listen to my reasoning. It makes him look old and washed because I need to keep everything that reminds me of my heyday. But it's like your legacy is already there. Your stats is there. Your Super Bowl is there. Everything is there and ingrained in Redskins history. You don't need a fucking number to showcase that. It's there. Everybody know. I don't know Joe. Like, before this story even was even a story, I already knew of Joe Theismann, not because of the number he wore, but because of his legacy. Not because of his fucking number. I don't give a fuck about his number. I don't give a fuck about fucking Walter Payton's number. I don't give a fuck about Barry Sanders' number. I don't give a fuck about these niggas' numbers. Their names speak for itself.
You know what, G?
I don't need your number.
You know what, G? That actually lit up a light bulb in my head. You're right about not caring about the number. What they should do is just hold up the jerseys with their last name on it. That would be a better, yeah. That's all you need, because that would be a better way, to what's the word I'm looking for?
Memorize or appreciate.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Just appreciate those players, because these leagues are going to go on forever, and the more numbers you retire is going to be like, damn, like which numbers can we choose from now?
Exactly.
So they should just start retiring their last names, man. I mean, not their last names, retire their jersey with their last name on it.
And like I said, and just to my point, anybody who grew up, cause like I remember, I remember the Emmitt Smith, even the players I even just named. I remember them players, Emmitt Smith or fucking Troy Aikman or you know what I'm saying? These players was playing around the time I was born, and yet I know them, and yet I'm fans of them because I'm a football enthusiast. So I'm not remembering them by their number. I'm remembering them by their name, because their name.
Right.
Like whenever you score a touchdown, they're not saying, "Oh, number 22 scored his 100th touchdown." No, it's Emmitt Smith. You wouldn't even dare, as a commentator, you wouldn't even dare say just their number.
Right.
If they broke a record. LaDainian Tomlinson, when he broke the record, when he did the 31 touchdowns in a season. Oh, number 21 scored it. No, it's LaDainian Tomlinson.
Yeah, that's true. And
don't call me by my number. Call me by my name. I'm a fucking human.
Yeah, that's facts, bro. The only number that people remember is 23 Jordan, man.
Exactly, and that's because he branded it. It was a brand. It was a part of his brand.
Yeah.
That's it. But even Kobe changed his number. Hell, even Jordan changed his number to 45.
Yeah. LeBron. Yeah, the greats always, yep.
Exactly. So the number don't matter. At the end of the day, what is your name? What are you doing? Because you can be a JaMarcus Russell, or you can be a Tom Brady.
Yeah, that JaMarcus Russell case was sad, man.
Exactly. You don't want to be a JaMarcus Russell. You got to put that out there. Don't be a JaMarcus Russell.
This man gained 300 pounds in one offseason.
But that goes to show, and this goes back to the NFL draft. Don't matter if you're number one pick or the 150th overall pick. It just matters about what you do on that NFL field on Sundays, Saturdays, Thursdays, Mondays. That's all the days for the NFL, right? Yeah.
I think they got Thursday night. I think you said Thursday.
Yeah, I said Thursday.
Oh snap! I'm not even listening.
I think they got. Yeah, they ain't got Friday yet. I don't think they got Friday. Okay, so yeah. So that's my point on it.
Oh yeah.
I don't really care. I care more so that Haskins is holding on so tight. But again, I don't know his reasoning for holding on so tight. Only Thousands know at this point. But at the end of the day, I'm not giving Dosman the quote unquote donkey of the day or whatever for giving his blessing.
So go ahead. So keep it. Yeah, I'm about to go ahead, but just continue what you was about to say.
I was just gonna say, at the end of the day, it's up to the Redskins. How much do they value the number?
Yeah.
Because like Thousands said, Dosman didn't have to give no blessing. Haskins asked him for his blessings.
Right.
So Thousands didn't have to, but it was up to the Redskins to be like, okay, we're gonna unretire this number to give to Haskins or whatever. But it was classy, on the behalf of Haskins and on the behalf of the organization of the Redskins to be like, okay, Joe, we're gonna let you decide what you do with your retired number.
Right. Now staying on the Dwayne Haskins topic, I want to point out one thing. I remember he got drafted, and you know how he's basically a pocket passer, a black QB, a pocket passer, and you know how they list out the strengths and weaknesses of every every player and all that good stuff. One of the weaknesses that they listed was that he lacked mobility. Now I looked at this G and I said, you know, the only reason they listed this as a weakness is because he's a black quarterback. Any white quarterback that's not mobile, they're not going to list that at all as a weakness.
What was his 40?
I don't know, but
now if it was like a 5-0, then that can be a weakness. Bro,
do you know how slow Peyton Manning was? Tom Brady in his 40? Yo, come on, stop playing.
But okay. Peyton Manning was a whole nother monster in college, though. That's why he was the whole nother monster.
But that's the point I'm making. That's the point I'm making. Look, he was a monster in college. He was a pocket passer. His weaknesses weren't listed as lacked mobility. They only said that because Dwayne Haskins is a black quarterback, and it's expected for black quarterbacks to be mobile.
Do you know that for sure?
This in my head.
Okay, you don't know that for sure. That could have been one of his knocks, but because you got to think, this is way back in 97, 22 years
okay,
ago.
That's Peyton Manning. But any white quarterback that comes out of the league, let me see, who can I name?
Brady was drafted in the 6th round, and literally the whole, like, you seen his combine tapes.
Okay. Bad examples. Let's go to the quarterback that the Giants drafted this year. Was his weakness lacked mobility? Oh, nah, he's actually mobile a little bit, right?
We're talking about Daniel Jones right now, right?
Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, bro, any white QB that comes out, like, okay, let's go to last season with Josh Rosen or Josh Allen. They never listed his weaknesses or those two weaknesses as lacking mobility.
But see, I can't really attest to it. All I can do is go by what you're saying, and I mean, if that's what you're seeing on their combine report on NFL.com, then I mean, hey, it is what it is. I mean, I can't say that it's a race thing, but well, if you're saying that they're not putting that on those quarterbacks on their knock against them, then okay. But at the end of the day, we do have a good amount of references. Cause I be listening to, you know, the NFL channel and the fucking ESPN channel, and they do be going hard on these fucking white quarterbacks, and I mean, and black quarterbacks as well. I feel like now more than ever, I feel like these NFL teams are, for the first time or forever, finally kind of colorblind. I think it's at the end of the day now is about all the color they see now is money, because that's what these leagues are now, is just straight money.
Yeah.
And so I think for the first time in the history, you know, in the history of sports, I think now, this generation now, we can officially say that these organizations are colorblind to a lot of shit when it comes to race and all that shit. Because, I mean, look at the Cardinals. They got rid of Rosen to bring in Murray.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like these domestic abuse cases. A lot of these cases are black players. Even, I mean, well, I ain't gonna say that because the media and the profession in the leagues are two different entities. The media is going to cover just the black players doing this shit. But at the end of the day, these leagues are, in a sense, kind of covering for these black players because they know that that's where the money is.
Right.
So that's why you got the nigga who got cut for the Chiefs and went to the Browns, and now he's with the Browns. That's why you got that. That's why even Reed Rice, even he had a situation where he could have came back if he wanted to.
Yeah, that's very true. It's very true.
So it's like I'm not even looking at stuff like this now as a race thing, because I think these leagues are now finally realizing like black people run this shit, and I just at the end of the day, I mean the race does play a role in a lot of shit, but I can't say that situation race play a role.
Hey man, I'm saying it does.
I think Daniel Jones. The only reason he went to the Giants. Think about this. He was under Manning family.
Before you continue, I got like 6 more minutes because my brothers they running it. So yeah, I know. It's gonna be a short one. But go ahead.
So yeah, Mannings, they trained Daniel Jones since, I guess, coming out of high school. He obviously Eli Manning is a part of the Mannings. You know, at the end of the day, you gotta convince the quarterback on the way out to train the quarterback on the way in to, you know, be the successor. And at the end of the day, that quarterback has to want to do it. So of course, he's gonna want to train somebody he's already been training before this even was a thing. So I think that's the reason why the Giants picked Jones over Haskins in that situation.
Yeah, it was a relationship. Yeah, it was a relationship thing. Connections. I guess connections is working as far as the NFL now. It's not just, you know, corporate business jobs and all that good stuff. It's athletic sports. Sports is using that relationship thing. Is who you know. It's who you know.
Yeah.
But another key highlight of the NFL draft, I just want to this guy, his name is Christian Wilkins, and he did a chest bump to the commissioner. I'm not sure if you've seen that.
I didn't.
Yeah, like if you look it up on YouTube, it's funny. The commissioner didn't know what to do. Like he literally jumped in the air and like one of those celebration shoulder bumps or chest bumps or whatever, and the commissioner was all over the place. He didn't know what to do, man.
Man, go on to your damn club, bro. Hey, I was talking about that. Man, go on to your club, man.
Bro, say, look it up on YouTube while I'm at the club, dog. Man, that's what you gotta do.
Nobody cares about that, man.
Nah, but yo, you know, I do want to have a shout out, bro. Not a shout out, but I just want to mention, you know, RIP to John Singleton. He was a prominent figure in the black community. He was an American film director. He directed many films, Boys in the Hood. You know, he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Director for that. And he did a lot of other movies, but he was known for that Boys in the Hood.
Boys in the Hood, Baby Boy.
Baby Boy, yep.
Yeah, a lot of shit, man.
Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. Oh, he also did the Snowfall, the TV show. And, yeah, he was young. He was young. I believe he was only in his 50s. And it's just a sad thing that he has to go. But, you know.
Yeah.
That's what life is about. But yo, G, we gonna wrap this up. It's a short one. It's my fault, but it's all good because next week is gonna be a good one.
Yeah, this one was super trash. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, man. Follow us on, you know, Instagram, Burg Bros Podcast, also the YouTube page. Look at that. You can follow me on all social media sites as the Crooklyn Third. And what you got, G?
Yeah, just follow me on IG. Follow the page, Burg Bros Podcast on IG as well. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, man. Make sure you guys just continue to click on that video and listen. And we're going to have a lot for you guys in the future. And thank you for listening.
You name it. You name it. You name it.